Hello students, welcome to DSE 2020 solution. In this question we are solving the Nash equilibrium structure. So it's a game based problem. Two players are playing. Player 1 moves fast and chooses L or R. If she chooses L, then the game ends and the payoffs are 1-0, where the first entry of the first payoff and the second is the entry of the second payoff. So 1 is for first and this is for the second. If she chooses R, then 2 chooses U or D. So if she chooses U, then the game ends and the payoffs are 0 and 2. If she chooses D, then 1 chooses L or R. So if she chooses L, then the game ends and the payoffs are 4,0. So if she chooses R, then the game ends and this is 3,3. So the game has Nash equilibrium with respect to pure strategies or 1, 2, 3 or no Nash equilibrium. So let's have a look. So observe the game has 2 pure strategies. And that is going for the same payoff. And the payoff matrix is P1 and P2. So L and R. So LL, LR, U and D if we take RL, RR. So 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 0 2 4 0 0 2 3 3. So very easily there are 2 pure strategies. So obviously there are 2 Nash equilibrium in pure strategies. So 2 number questions. Answer is right. 22. So consider the following game of player 1 and 2. Player 1 moves first and chooses L or R. If she chooses L, then the game ends and the payoffs are 1-0. Similar question to the above one, and where the first entry of the first payoff and the second is the entry of the second. If she chooses R, then U and D. So if she chooses U, the game ends and the payoff is 0,2. If she chooses D, then one of the player L and R. If she chooses L, the game ends and the payoffs are 4-0. So if she chooses R, then the game ends and the payoffs are 3,3. Then the game has 1 sub-game perfect Nash, 2 sub-game perfect Nash, 3 sub-game perfect Nash or no sub-game perfect Nash. So what is happening here? 1 number player. So has 2 options, L with 1,0 and R with respect to player 2. In this again 2 subsections, D with player 1 and U of 0,2, this thing with respect to this one. Then again this has 2 subsections, L with 4,0 or R with 3,3. So here we can see that the sub game gives a Nash equilibrium. Now in game we know that in the Nash equilibrium we try to reach to the situation where everyone is getting to the best possible case without hurting others. So if I tell you what is this subgame A, subgame in the perfect Nash equilibrium is a refinement of a Nash equilibrium used in a dynamic game. So it's a strategy कह सकते हैं, एक profile structure कह सकते हैं. So with respect to original framework or structural framework. So it starts with player 1 and फिर player 1 के साथ साथ player 2 का introduction, फिर player 1 का वापस आना, इसी तरीके से चलता रहता है. ओके, तो चलिए इसके बाद थोड़ा कर लेते हैं. So perfect equilibrium, 1 plays L L L and player 2 plays U U. This leads to the payoff 1-0 and this is Nash equilibrium that in any subgame and hence the unique subgame perfect equilibrium. तो एक ही रहेगा, तो option number 1 is correct. It's a unique subgame Nash equilibrium. Next, in non-cooperative game, if profile of strategies. So what is this? This is actually gives you, so in a non-cooperative game means here the joint structural framework is not attained. Okay, so in a non-cooperative game the direct structural framework is not attained. So what happens then? So in that case, cooperation between the individual players 1, player 2, player 3 ... as opposed to the cooperative games which the alliance can only operate in the self-enforcing structure. So the key to distinguish feature to absence of the external authority to establish the rules of enforcing the cooperative behavior. Okay. Now here directly from the definition we know, so this is actually the equilibrium of dominant strategies, that is the Nash equilibrium. That will provide you the dominant strategy Nash equilibrium. If you want to know more, so non-cooperative game is actually in the game based on the assumption that the individual players do what is profitable to them. No external force. Players compete and reach equilibrium. And obviously, the most favorable outcome is for the person or the company or the player which has the dominance. There are Nash equilibrium in this way. There are other, except this question is about Nash, but there are Nash equilibrium or trembling hand perfect equilibrium, proper equilibrium. Other two options are also there. So this answer is 4.